Hello and welcome to Back to School Night. I'd like to welcome you to this video presentation of Back to School Night. I would have preferred you to be here in the classroom, but this is the safer way to communicate with you right now. I just want to thank you for entrusting me with your child and allowing me to explore and to play and to grow as a lifelong learner with your pre-K student. It's a blessing to be working here at St. Rose and to be part of the pre-K classroom. So Mrs. Knopfsiger and I make a great team. I couldn't ask for a better assistant. And we truly love and enjoy your children. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a parent of 4 children myself. I'm married to a man who is from Austria, so we speak German together at times, and our kids can speak German. So I have a son, he's 43, 43, and he's a pilot with the Alaska Airlines, and then a daughter. I have 3 daughters, in fact. So my oldest daughter works for the Center for Medicare and Medicaid, and then my other 2 daughters work in the tech field. So whenever I have computer issues, I know who to go to. Being a parent of 4, I understand what an awesome and amazing, demanding job it is to be a parent. And I'm here to support you as parents so that you can do the best job possible in bringing up your child as a scholar and a saint. So let's get started in this packet. I think our comings and goings, our drop-offs and our pickups have been going pretty well. I appreciate that the walkers and the bikers are waiting in the undercover area so that we can get safely to our line at the end of the school day. And I just want to stress the importance of having your child check in with me before they run off into your arms. You are on their hearts all day, and I asked the kids today, what is special about you? And a couple of them said, I am special because I have a mom. And they hold your love in their heart all day, and the first thing they do when they see you is they want to run into your arms, and I don't blame them, but I want them to be safe, and I want to know that they're in your arms. So please check in with me, and if you're in the undercover area, wait until we're on our line and then come over and pick up your child. So I appreciate that help. So I record every day who drops off and who picks up your child, so it helps for me to make that contact with you so I can have accurate records. Then the next mark, so if you want to follow along with me, we're on the other side on absences. So hopefully we won't have too many absences this year, especially due to illness, but I know there's doctor's appointments and special trips to grandma and such. So if your child is absent for whatever reason, there are 2 ways. One is to fill out this prearranged absent form, so we know when the child will be absent. The other, if your child wakes up and isn't feeling well or has a doctor's appointment, email me and Mary Randazzo in the office so that we both know the reason why your child is not at school that day. So I appreciate it. And then when your child does return, bring a note to excuse their absence. So thank you. The dress code, we're in full uniform now. When we have half days, those are the days your child can wear free dress. On all other days, they wear their uniform, and that's a blue or white shirt, a logo shirt, and then girls and boys can wear long pants or short pants, and the girls, they actually have more options. They can wear the skirt, or the jumper. They look adorable in their jumpers. So that's the uniform, and I think the one area where I should just put a little more emphasis is on the socks. So girls can wear tights, blue, navy blue or white, or they can wear socks, and the boys wear socks. The socks need to be either white or navy blue and no sport logo on them. So thank you. And then we're going to have our windows open year-round to keep air circulation for the safety of everyone with the pandemic going around. So it will get chilly at times. So your child can wear a St. Rose sweatshirt, or a St. Rose half zip sweatshirt, or a St. Rose fleece full zip jacket in the classroom. So that will help keep them warm. Outerwear, if it's a rain jacket or a coat, that's for recess time and for coming and going. Then medications. Medications include medicine that your child may need during the day, as well as lip balm and lotion. So all that is considered medications. And if your child needs that during the school day, you need to fill out a medication form and turn that into the office. So please, no cough drops or chapstick in your child's backpack. Thank you. And then we come to curriculum. So every day we start here, right here, for our morning gathering, and the students have their jobs and they help lead the morning gathering where we sing hello. We count the numbers on the calendar, we post the weather, and we're counting to 100 days of school, so we're keeping a pattern chart here of counting to 100, and we pray together. So this is where we start our day, and this is where I thought I would share with you what we do in pre-K. We have a full curriculum in pre-K. We have religion, literacy, math, social studies, and science. And religion, we're going to have a class mass with Father Matt, focusing on the liturgy of the Word. So that is the readings from the Bible and the prayers. We're also going to learn prayers. We're going to learn the prayers that I have listed here in your handout. And we're going to have church tours. Those are really fun. Father Matt invites just the pre-K students into the church to see up close the altar, and up close the ambo and the baptismal font. And he even opens his closet doors for us to see all his vestments. And he tells us stories about them. And we learn about the liturgical year and the colors of the liturgical year. So it's really a special time. And in literacy, we will learn and focus on the sounds and the names of letters and rhyming and syllables. And I use 2 programs for literacy. I use dynamic reading, and I also use the letter people. They're both playful ways to explore our alphabet and the sounds. And the dynamic reading program, even for those students who are ready, brings us up to blending sounds so that they can eventually blend them to make words and to read books. And this is a sample of one of the books. This is the first one, so it has just 1 word per page. The child feels success in reading this. It's not overwhelming, and if they're ready for blending sounds, it's pretty exciting. I had several readers last year in pre-K, and they got to read to the principal, and to other teachers, and they take the books home to read to mom and dad and grandma and grandpa, brothers and sisters, even maybe the family pet. In math, we do one-to-one correspondence, we do patterning, we do measurement, we do shapes, we do greater than and less than, and then simple addition and subtraction, and we do it through movement and play and a few worksheets that I feel have some value to them, but mostly hands-on. Then social studies, we also have two programs. We have the Second Step program, which teaches social emotional learning, teaches kids how to focus and listen, teaches them how to identify their feelings and how to calm strong feelings, teaches them to be a friend and how to interplay. And then science is my favorite subject to teach. We explore rocks and plants and sink and float and magnets and rolling and sliding and all kinds of things. We make fossils, we cook. So we do a lot of things in science, in pre-K. Birthdays are really special in pre-K, and we want to celebrate every pre-K student, whether they have a birthday during the school year or in the summer. We will acknowledge everyone as they turn that magic 5. So the birthday child brings a favorite read aloud from home. We read it to the class as part of their birthday celebration, and then they bring the book back home. I make crowns for the birthday children. We sing happy birthday to them. We give them wishes, and we have a birthday box that they can pick a prize from. Then we have specials. We have PE 3 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We have art. Tuesday is a full day of specials. So we have PE on Tuesday, we have art on Tuesday, and we have music on Tuesday. So Tuesday would be a really good day to dress your child in maybe those uniform shirts and pants that have a little bit of stain, or they're just not that crisp and white anymore, because we want to immerse ourselves in the art media that Mrs. Beatty brings into the classroom. And we don't want to worry about getting our clothes dirty. I do cover them up with a paint shirt, but kids manage to get things on their clothes no matter how careful I am. So remember, Tuesday, grubby day. Not the best shirts and not the brand new pants. So it's a day that we can really dive into the paints and the glitter and the glue and whatever art media Mrs. Beatty brings to us. Discipline. My goal is to have positive discipline and to guide students into making good choices and wanting to make those good choices because it's the right thing to do. And that's the goal, that they have that inner desire to do what is kind, what is helpful, and what is caring, because that's the right thing to do. And that's what God teaches us, to love one another and to be kind and helpful. And we have a motto here in pre-K, that we play nice, we work hard, and we stay kind. So I encourage positive behavior through verbal affirmation and through positive reinforcement. We have what, if you've heard of being a bucket filler, we are all bucket fillers. We all have this invisible bucket that we carry around, and when we do good and kind things, our bucket fills up. And when people do kind things for us, our bucket gets fuller. And when we are hurtful and uncaring, then our bucket, it dips from our bucket, and our bucket gets empty, and that doesn't make us feel as good and as happy. So I encourage us to all be bucket fillers. And I send home happy grams when I see kids being bucket fillers. So I have not yet introduced that to the class yet, but that will be coming soon. And I also have a safe center where kids can go to work through strong feelings and emotions. So I have breathing exercises there and manipulatives to help calm them down. So that's another option for them. Home connection is so important. You are your child's primary educator, and Mrs. Knopfsiger and I have the privilege of helping you and teaming up with you to help educate your child. So we want to keep that connection from school and home strong. And I try to do that in several ways, but I'm always open to your input of how I can improve or what may be a need that you would have. But here are the ways I try to connect so that you feel part of the school as much as your child is part of the school. I send home a weekly folder and I fill it with things that I think would be helpful for you, and some of your student work is in the folder, as well as a newsletter that highlights the objectives for the week, the virtue of the week, and some open-ended prompts to help open up conversation with your child. I send home daily emails with a photo album of our day in pictures, and that hopefully will give some conversation that you can have with your child. Look at the pictures together and have them explain what's happening in the pictures. That opens up great conversation. And hopefully my email will give you a little glimpse of what we did. So when you ask your child, how was school today? And all they give you is, oh, it was fine. You can prompt them more by, oh, I see you had art today. And then encourage more conversation with your students. I also send a monthly reading log to encourage daily read alouds. That is so important. That's probably the best thing you can do to prepare your pre-K student for kindergarten, is to read aloud daily and have them hear that oral language. And then take some time to talk about the story and the characters, and which character would be a good friend, and which character they relate to as a person. And then every 10 minutes you read to your child can color in one of the little symbols. And then at the end of the month, they bring it back. It doesn't have to be complete, just bring it back. And we have a prize box for reading logs, and they can pick a prize for their reading log. I also have asked you to send a name story of how your child got their name. And I've gotten several of them by email, so thank you, and I'm excited to get more. And I'm going to print all of them and put them in a book, and then we'll read them one at a time and celebrate each child and how they got their name. Their name is so important because it tells us who they are, and it's the one thing that they got on the day they were born. They were given a name. So we want to celebrate that. And then I have a little pet alligator. Her name is Lizzie. The students in my very first pre-K class named her. So this is Lizzie, and she loves going home with pre-K students. She comes with a bag, a folder that outlines what to do, and then a paper that gives the student a place to color a picture, or if you want, you can glue a picture on here. And then some lines to write a 1 or 2 sentence of what Lizzie did while she was at your house. You know, maybe she went to the park with you, or maybe she helped cook dinner, or maybe she played a game with the family. Lizzie has done so many things. She's been to church, she's been to the dentist, She's been to birthday parties and restaurants and the zoo. So she's excited to come home with your pre-K student and have an afternoon with you. And then she goes back in her bag and you send her home and send her back to school the next day, and we'll read all about Lizzie at circle time. The other thing we do for home connections, I send home a Scholastic Book Club order, and that way you can build your library at home, and we can build our library here at school, because for every book that's ordered by students, Scholastic gives us points, and when we get enough points, we get books for our library. So you help us build a library as well as you enhance your library at home. And then I have a library here just for you parents to help you with the job of parenting. And that's a job that is rewarding as well as challenging. Every child is different, I know, because I have 4, and they're all very, very different. And I had to parent them differently. So I was always looking for help. And so I have created a library that I feel is supportive of parents of all in all their needs. And so I offer these books to you to check out during the school year. And inside your folder is a list of the 11 books that I have in my library. I'll take recommendations from you if you think I should add a certain book. I'm happy to do so. So please use the library and let it support you as a parent so you can do the best job possible to bring your child up as what we call a scholar and a saint. The last portion is what you can do to support your learner. And the most important is to keep a regular bedtime. Your child at this age really needs 10 to 12 hours of sleep each night. So a bedtime of 7 or 7:30 is very helpful for a healthy life and a healthy rest time for your child. And then I'm an advocate of healthy food. So limit the junk food that really doesn't fills your child up, but doesn't fill your child with nutrients. And encourage whole foods and vegetables and fruits to really support the nutritional needs of your busy learner, an active learner. Then read aloud daily. That's the best thing you can do with your child. Do puzzles together. Puzzles help your child understand one-to-one correspondence. It also helps them problem solve. And it gives you something to build together and feel good about it and a happy experience. Play games together. They teach counting. They teach patience. They teach taking turns in a great and fun way. And they also teach that some people win and some people lose. And that's the way it is. And that we can't always win. It's just better luck next time. Then provide activities at home. If it's playing with Play-Doh or using tweezers to work on that pincher grip so that you can build up their fine motor muscles for handwriting when they get into kindergarten. And then outside play is so important for the gross motor exercises. Climbing, running, doing the crossbars, all of those things will build a healthy, active learner. And I learned that gross motor exercise actually supports the fine motor. So you need both. And then involve your child in household responsibilities. They all have a job here at school, and that helps us build a happy and helpful environment at school. And at home, it can do the same. And a child having a responsibility and a job gives them the opportunity to contribute in a great way and a positive way to the family and to build their self-esteem of knowing, wow, I can contribute to my family. I am big enough that I can help, and that makes me feel good. I remember as a child, I wanted to help, and I would ask my dad, can I help? And I always got the answer, when you get older. No. Find something now that they can do to help, because that is so important. Matching socks, folding towels, putting silverware on the dinner table, arranging a bouquet for the dinner table, measuring flour for baking. There's so many things. Rinsing the dishes. There's so many things that they can do, and it gives them an opportunity to feel that they are valuable and they can contribute to a happy and healthy home. So thanks again for entrusting me with your child. I just feel blessed to be with all of your children this year. It's a dynamic class, it's an active class, and they love to play. Playtime has been so peaceful and so wonderful. So thank you again, and be in communication with me so that we can support these young learners the best we can this year. And I hear you have a WhatsApp connection with parents, so I applaud you for getting together with other pre-K parents and forming a community. That is so important. And then your child sees education is important, and you're showing that through your involvement and your participation. So thumbs up to you parents. My around the world applaud to you. So I hope this has been helpful, and thank you for being part of St. Rose School. You make this a great place. Good night.